Shalom, this is Brother Matazal.
Brother Tazayar.
Before we open up, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and those of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you brothers out there, man, that's laboring in this truth and sincerity. All right, Shalom. We're going to basically go into a quick lesson on, being a father to the fatherless. Okay. I'm gonna open up in the book of Sirach 4:10. He said, "Be as a father unto the fatherless, and indeed of an husband unto the mother, and to their mother."
Yeah, because Jake, as pertaining to the curses, going to Deuteronomy 28, that says that so the father will have an evil eye towards the woman of his bosom.
No, I'll correct it. Go ahead, brother. I just read something wrong. But go ahead.
Yeah, the scriptures tells you that the father will be evil towards the woman of his bosom and also his children, man, and they shall leave them. Okay? So these is one of the curses of Israel. And right now, man, as you see, a lot of the children of Israel out here in these streets is fatherless, man. It's these women that's raising these little boys up and these little girls up, man. It's the reason why you see the corruption that you see, because it takes two to maintain the balance of the Most High in the household. Okay?
Right, kind. And if you notice, it says, "Be as a father unto the fatherless," and it says, "And instead of an husband unto their mother."
So also, man, us brothers that's coming into this truth, the men that's our fathers is the men that we reverence above us in the acts of their teachings, man. All right, which would be the apostles and the elders of Israel, man. Okay, that's in Great Millstone. For those who's in Great Millstone or whatever camp you're in, that's who you're reverenced to be in your father, man. Okay. And their duty, man, as fathers, as shepherds of Israel, is to be a father to the fatherless, man. Is to direct them on that straight path, to have them to lead and grow them up to be men. Because a lot of men that's coming into the truth, they didn't have fathers in the world, man. A lot of the men that's coming into the truth, they was raised by their mothers. And these men, that's the shepherds in the truth, man. Is your duty to raise these men up to be righteous and to follow the laws and the statutes and commandments, to be their teacher, man.
That's right.
All right, to be their father, somebody who they can go to in the time of need, man. Whether it's mentally, physically, okay, spiritually, all right, in all aspects, because this is the role of a father, man. To those who was out there who was running around being bastards, okay? To raise them up to be men in the faith.
Right, Con.
This is I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, you got it.
This is Matthew chapter 18. I'm gonna start at the top, man. It says, "At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven." So these is grown men that the Lord is talking to, man. Even when he was talking to the brother, what's his name? The young ruler. He said, "Shall I go back into the womb?"
Oh, you talking about Nicodemus?
The water. Nah,
yeah, matter of fact, no, that was the spirit, because you know what, I was gonna pull that up, after you got that. But yeah, go ahead. You can finish expounding on what you're expounding on.
Yeah, man, because these are grown men that the Lord is talking to, man.
Yeah.
But he's telling them to liken themselves as children, okay? Because a lot of grown men didn't grow up right, okay? Especially according to the will of the Heavenly Father. So now that you know that you're an Israelite, now that you know everything that you've been growing up to was a lie, now you got to renew yourself all over again. You have to become as a child, man. Which means what? You have to subject yourself under the men of the Lord, man.
I got a precept to back you up on that, brother. This is the book of John, chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest except Yahweh be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again. And that verily, verily means truly, truly. He said, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. And like what the Aki is talking about, you got to teach these men all over again, man. You got to actually break this down to them, man. They have to unlearn, all these things that they learned in the world, man, and relearn on how to be a man. You have to teach these men how to be men.
How to be a father figure, man.
That's right. Be good examples, You got to teach these men, He said, Nicodemus said to him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Yahushua probably looked at him like, man, hell no, man. He said, Yahushua answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, again, truly, truly, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So basically what you got to do is teach these men, all the things, of the flesh, that you learned before. You learned how to be ignorant. You got to unlearn those things, man. You learn how to be a nigga, in the streets, or you learn how to be docile, Now you got to unlearn all of these things. You learn how to be wicked. All the things you've learned how to be, you have to learn. You have to unlearn those things and learn how to be righteous, man. That's why the scriptures say to be a father unto the fatherless, man.
Right.
No. Go ahead, brother. If you have something to say, go ahead, brother.
Because a lot of men out here is lost, man.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have their fathers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And I speak from experience, man. Because hey, listen, growing up, my father wasn't always in my life, but when he was around, whatever he taught me mattered. Okay. Whatever he taught me, I held on to it, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's some men out here who never even met their father. So they don't know what to hold on to, man. Okay?
And what not to hold on to.
And so when these men is coming to our camp, you gotta really liken them into a child, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really look at them like, damn, they just little babies that's speaking gibberish. That's still trying to learn how to speak, man. How to live, man. You know what I'm saying? When being a father figure, you gotta be, like you said, an example, and you gotta be somebody that they can come to, man. In their times of distress, in their times of, you know what I'm saying, lacking.
Right, it might even take, you spending some time with them. Taking a brother out, and showing them different things, man.
Right.
Some brothers ain't even never left their neighborhoods before, man. They don't know nothing, man. They only know nothing. They only know their block or their neighborhood, man. You might have to take them out, man, and spend some quality time with them, man, and show them different stuff, man.
To build that bond, man.
And build that bond with them, and to open up, to show them, hey, man, this is how the way it's supposed to be. Teach them how to be a man. Teach them how to be responsible.
Yeah, man.
Because these men out here, a lot of them don't know how to be responsible. He says, this is verse 6. He says that which is born of the flesh is flesh, right? Whatever was born of the flesh is flesh, and that's how we were before we found this truth. We was walking around here in the flesh, like zombies, man, dead. He says, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. So now that you're reborn all over again in the spirit, you gotta learn everything all over again through the word, man. And they're gonna need somebody to teach them this word, man. You got some brothers out here, believe it or not, that's not that versed, or they might not have good reading comprehension skills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you might have to sit down and, be patient with them and show them, man. Go ahead, brother.
Because some of them might not have finished school, man. Some of them had to be the man of their household at young ages and had to drop out and start selling drugs to do shit, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
being
steal,
destroyed, man.
Or steal or rob, whatever, just to live.
And they got to be able to come to you because they trust you, man.
Yep.
You got to be somebody they can trust. Somebody who they can believe in, somebody who they can uphold and be like, "That's my dad right there." You know what I'm saying? That's the honor that we supposed to be giving the men of the Lord that's teaching this truth, man. Because they are our spiritual fathers, man. You know? That's why it's important for us to give them double honors.
That's right.
And that's why it's important for younger brothers to listen to their teachers. It's still some more.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 18, and I left off at 4. It says, "Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me." But so basically, the Lord is saying, man, listen, these men that you grooming and that you building up, the Lord consider them as children to him, man. To his children, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, the Most High considered us as bastards, man. We was bastards.
Could you read that again, Baba Kushal?
Matthew 18 and 5. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me.
Could you read that again above? I think it's one up. A little bit up, yeah, kind of.
For whosoever therefore shall humble himself.
That's what I'm looking for. Who shall humble himself? Go ahead. As what?
As this little child.
As a little child. Go ahead.
The same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
That's the same as the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me.
That's right. So if you're receiving, these little ones, man, you're receiving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And that's mainly all the men of the Lord, man. That's all the men of the Lord. We are all the little ones of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Go ahead.
If I can expound too.
Go ahead.
Because in the scriptures, man, the scriptures tells you when you first come into this thing, you desire the sincere milk, man. The Lord likened us as babies, man, first coming into the truth, man. Being woken up to this knowledge, The sincere milk is what? You're an Israelite, these are the 12 tribes, things of that sort. The name of the Most High, Yahweh Shai, These are the things that's just coming into the truth that you learn, man, because you've been misled your whole life. Okay.
Yep.
So we coming into this thing being real life babies, man.
Right. Those are the men that's willing, to relearn. To unlearn all the wickedness, and the men that's coming in, they want to relearn on how to be, on how to serve the Lord, how to be a better man, how to be a good brother in the faith, how to be a true servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. How to be righteous, how to get wisdom and knowledge, and how to get built up in faith. That's what the Lord is talking about. Okay,
more to it.
Go ahead.
It said, "But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea." So we also got to be cautious as being a shepherd on offending the little ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord liking them to be babies. The Lord looking at them like they don't even know how to hold their bottle up right, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He looking at it in the spiritual sense, like these decent babies, they don't even know how to hold their bottle up. They still shitting and pissing on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They still making mistakes and errors, man.
Right, and they also watching the older brothers. You know what I'm saying? As examples. That's why you got to set a good example. Be a good example to them, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're following the law, statutes, and commandments, and that you're doing the right things of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, around them. Because if you're not, man, that's also an offense, man, because you can cause them to err. You can cause them to go off and do the wrong things. You can cause them to think certain things that's not righteous. You know what I'm saying? You can cause them to think that is righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's why you really got to be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? Being a man of the Lord, man. Because these little ones, they pay attention to every little thing that's going on. They're just like little babies, man. You know? They don't have the full understanding yet.
Precept.
Go ahead.
This Exodus 22 and 22.
Yep.
It says, ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. So it's just like a little baby, man. He said he's gonna cry unto them, man. The baby is gonna say, Lord, Lord. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna whine to the Lord. The Lord gonna be the Most High as our true Father. So he's gonna come and nurture that baby. Like, what's going on? What's wrong? You okay?
Good. Yep.
You know, because these curses was brought upon us, man. So coming into this thing, we are once again new creatures, man. We babies again, man.
That's right.
Still learning how to walk and talk. Okay.
That's right. You got anything else on that?
He says, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless.
Right, kind. That's why you got to be careful, man. You know, you can cause this baby to err and then turn around and then treat him like shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he erred. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's all your fault. You know, you got to really watch what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Being a good example. You know what I'm saying, to the flock. You got anything else on that?
Yes, I'm.
This is 1 Peter 5, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, the elders which are among you, I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the suffering of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking oversight thereof. So basically, you know, you're feeding the flock with what? Doing these lessons on YouTube, you know, going out in the highways and the byways, having classes, teaching brothers, you know, the proper way, you know what I'm saying, to understand the scriptures, you know, teaching them history on the scriptures, you know, making sure that they're okay, you know what I'm saying, making sure everything in their life is okay. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do as a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? When it says oversight, you know, you got to check and make sure that they're eating right. You know, that they get the proper amount of rest. You know, he says there. I'm just like, I'm gonna read that again. He says, feed the flock of Yahweh, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. Right? You're not forcing yourself to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you're willingly doing it. You know, because you're a shepherd of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. He says, but willingly. Not for filthy lucre, right? You know, you're not, you know, doing this because you're getting paid to do it, but of a ready mind. You know, always you got a ready mind to always feed the flock, man. You know, anytime a younger Akim might come up with a question, you know what I'm saying, or you know, or come up with anything, man. You're always prepared, you know, to be there for him, man. He says, neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock. You know what I'm saying? Basically, always being a good example, man. And basically, you know, a good example is you following after Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, setting the tone, man. You know, so that they can follow that same example, you know, because they have to be examples too. You know, we all got to be, you know, all on one accord. That's the whole thing. You got to teach them how to be on one accord. You know what I'm saying? When you're how about Shemi Awashai, man. And it says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And that's because, you know, you being that example, man. That good example for the little ones. Okay? You got anything else, brother?
Come. This is Mark chapter 6, verse 33, and it says, and the people saw them departing, and many knew him, and ran afoot thither out of all cities, and outwent them, and came together unto him. And Yahushua, when he came out, saw much people, and was moved with compassion toward them, because they were as sheep, not having a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things.
Right,
you know? And that was the Lord being showing you being a shepherd, man. He had compassion upon his sheep, man.
Right, Con, and that's that example. That's beautiful. That's the perfect example right there. Yes, Yahweh Shai, man. You know, like our elders and our apostles, you know what I'm saying? Our apostles, they had that compassion. You know, they teach us, you know what I'm saying? And then our elders, they teach us, and we're supposed to be that same, following after that same example, man. Because they follow after Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, And we see that according to the scriptures. Okay? Anything else?
Yeah, come, I got some more. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. It says, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach. When you go into that word masters, it says, he to whom a personal thing belongs, about which he has power of deciding, master, Lord. It says the possessor and disposer of a thing, the owner, one who has control of the person, the master. In the state, the sovereign prince, chief, the Roman emperor, it says, is a title of honor expressive of respect and reverence, with which servants greet their masters. It says this is the title given to the power of the Hamashiach. Now we're going to go into the Strong's definition, because this definition of masters is truly supreme, man. It says supreme in authority, that is controller, by implication Mr., a respectful title, the power, the Lord Master, serve. And the scriptures tells you what, man, to honor your father and your mother, okay? And honoring is basically giving reverence, okay? Being respectful.
I got a precept to back you up on what that. I want you to keep on reading what you're reading. This is First Peter 5 and 5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourself unto your elders. That means that, you're supposed to be obedient to your elders, man, because they know more than you know, man. Yep. They're over you. That Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai set them above you, you know what I'm saying? And it said, Salakia, he said, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto your elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. Be clothed in humility, man, because, hey, man, we was not right before, man, And now we're getting the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai on how to be right, man. And these men are your teachers. You know what I'm saying? They're directing you in the right path, man, to grow and be better men. Okay? He says, for Yahweh resisted the proud. See, the Most High gonna resist you if you come in proud, like you thinking know something, man. When the whole bottom line is you supposed to be being born again. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting all about the old stuff and learning the new. You don't know nothing right now. We are like babes, newborn babes. He said, so for Yahweh resisted the proud and give grace to the humble. So Most High give favor to the humble, man. So basically, if you keep making mistakes, you know what I'm saying, but you're trying to be a better man of the Lord. You constantly trying to be, righteous. And being on all humility. Says Salakia, I didn't mean that. Hey, the Lord will give you favor, man. He'll have mercy on you, man. But if you being all proudful and puffed up, the Most High ain't gonna give you nothing, man. He gonna resist you, man, and you're gonna die. You're gonna die in your pride. Okay? He said, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. So in due time, man. In due time, man. Hey, we are rehearsing the righteous acts. And little bit by little bit, you're going to just, as long as you keep on trying and keep fighting a good fight, man, you're going to grow in this thing, man. And the Lord going to give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He's going to increase you in the Holy Spirit, man. Okay? He's going to increase your faith in this thing, okay? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, he said something. First Peter said, be subject one to another, man. So be subject one to another, as in, hey, they be the caretaker of you. Okay. They be the ones to help mold you and build you and groom you and grow you right, and you be willing to be groomed and molded and to grow right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Keep reading. Ephesians 6:6. Not with eye service as men pleasers.
Right, kind. Being, not with eye service, being an ass kissing ass. You know what I'm saying? Or men pleaser, or trying to get some attention, trying to get some notoriety. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. Go ahead, brother.
It says, but as the servants of Hamashiach, doing the will of the power from the heart.
Right, from the heart, man. Doing this thing truly, man, and sincere, man. Being a man pleaser or doing this, to get some kind of recognition, that's not gonna get you nowhere, man. It'll just get you put out, by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, you don't want to be in this truth to try to please men. You want to be in this thing because you are sincere, man, and doing the work. That's the whole bottom line. Okay. You got more to that, brother?
It says Ephesians 6:7. It says with goodwill, doing the service as to the Lord and not to men.
That's right.
Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth.
Right. Salaki, your mind got to be set up on doing this service, man, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Not being in this thing because you're trying to please somebody in the camp. But your whole thing is you sincerely want to do the work to gather up the lost sheep so we can get the hell up out of here, man. That's the whole attitude. That attitude you gotta have, man.
That's
you,
right.
You gotta have a full understanding of why you even in this thing. What we in this thing for, man, is really to gather the lost sheep, man, of Israel, man, the elect. That's why we doing this thing, man, and we doing this for our Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna start back at 8. It says, knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. And ye masters, do the same things unto them. Okay? Forbearing, threatening. All right? It says forbearing, threatening. You go into that word forbearing. It says to send back, relax, loosen, to give up, come, to leave, not to uphold, to leave, sink. You mean you want to threaten it? You know what threatening means, okay? It says forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respective persons with him, okay? So just as the same as the servants have to be obedient to their masters, man, and have to listen and gain knowledge and wisdom from them and walk in the ways that they set forth, but the masters also must be righteous towards their servants, man.
Well, and basically they got to remember, they up under somebody too. You know what I'm saying? And that that's they up under Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So they basically they setting the tone. You know what I'm saying? They got to remember that, hey, I got to set this tone. You know what I'm saying? Which is, for the most part, our elders, our apostles and the elders, they do that. You know what I'm saying? They set the tone. You know what I'm saying? That example on how the way we supposed to be.
Because the scripture tells you, man, provoke not your child, man.
That's right. And
to wrath.
That's right.
Against you.
That's right.
Okay, so that goes, it's a balance, man. The Lord, the Most High done covered everything in this book, man, on how to live, on how to be, man. Okay, so hey, man, like I said, a lot of brothers coming in this thing, they didn't have fathers, man. They didn't have real role model figures, man. Okay, and for the men of the Lord that's set up to that stature, it's our job to be as such, man.
That's right.
And for those who's following, it's our job to be as such, man.
Be those examples, because that also goes to, like what you just read, Baba Kushab, you can read it again, that last part about the masters. Because, even, over a period of time, we all come up to a certain level in the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's a repetitive thing. We got to be an example in due time, right? We got to be those examples too for the younger brothers that's coming in, for brothers. All brothers got to, it's a constant order.
Cycle, man.
It's a constant cycle, basically of being that example over and over and over again. We follow our apostles and our elders, and then there's other brothers that come in and they following us. We gotta remember to set that tone, man. Oh, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
Hey, the Lord will hold you accountable if you being a bullshitter, man.
That's right, man. Yep, God.
If you ain't training them right, man.
You're right. You gotta train these men right, man. You gotta train them and treat them all the same. You know, you got to keep that in mind. Basically, you really do, man. Because hey, if you don't, man, the Lord is going to hold you accountable. Their blood is going to be on your hands.
Hey, what scripture is the blind leading the blind?
Yep, come.
As they fall in a ditch.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. You can't hold nothing back, man. Don't hold nothing back. You got anything else, brother?
If you wanted me to reread it, if not, then it's over with.
You ain't got to read it. That's it, brother. We made the point.
Okay, kind.
You want to close out? Go ahead.
Hey, so with that, man, I want to give all praise, glory, worship, and honor
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. A salutations to you, true Aki out there teaching us truth and sincerity, confusion of faces, and you Akbats, man. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.